Hello again, racing fans. Welcome. Midway through another working week. Midway through the month of July. My goodness, how quickly time is going by. We're also fast approaching the end of the 2024-2025 racing season. Good to have you with us as we look ahead to racing on Wednesday. We're in KZN. We're on the poly track at Hollywoodbets Greyville, where the first of 8 races gets underway at 12:15. I thought, a nice card. As I was working my way through the meeting, 1 or 2 stands out. We could probably go short in 1 or 2 of the exotic legs, where there are races where you could make a case for 3 or 4 of them. I say put them all in. Rather play a small percentage and stand in the winner's queue than go out and regret it at the end of the day. Also think that it's very possible that somebody could win the Hollywoodbet Punter Challenge. Now all you need to do is to make sure your selection's on 5 minutes prior to the advertised starting time of the first. Play the bet slip and put yourself in line to walk off with that mammoth, double, life-changing jackpot prize that is on offer. Right, let's get straight into the action. The first race on the program will also be the opening leg of the bipot. Now you need to be on, as I said, in the opener at 12:15. And race number 1 on the card will jump from the 1200 meter mark. It's an open maiden where a field of 11 runners will face the starter. Made a point of taking down the anti-post betting. Here number 6 Got to Go Eddie is at 1.11, while number 2 Bingo is at 2.86, and number 5 Blast from the Past is at 4-1. 6-1 and upwards. The others, I'm squarely in the camp of the favourite. Looking no further than the Mike and Matthew DeCock trained runner number 6 Got to Go Eddie gets the services of Sean Veal. He of course rides for Hollywood Racing. I like the way that this horse is coming along. Placed in all 3 starts to date, sat on the heels of the early speed last time out when finding 1 too good and had to play second fiddle. That was also his first run since being gelded. I also think that he will strip a lot fitter this time round. Second run after a rest, and to me, rates the horse to beat. So I'm going 6 Got to Go Eddie, ahead of number 8 Sovereign Command, 2 Bingo, and 7 Vencedor. Moving on to the second race on the card, which is the opening leg of the place accumulator. 12:50 is the off time of race 2, Open Maiden, where 12 runners will line up at the 1600 meter mark. And here Lucinda Woodruff sends out the favourite, number 9 Grip On, with Calvin Abib on board. I like the second choice in the market, and that's number 3 Act of Grace. Chad Little, Glenn Cotson, they team up. This one at 2.5-1 in the anti-post market. Now, this horse has been getting closer with each and every one of its starts to date. She was just touched off last time out when she finished second, and I do think that tells me that she'll enjoy the step up in trip here. However, this horse does have the tendency of being slow away. First time out, lost 3 lengths, was green and faded. Penultimate run, lost a length, was handy and no extra late, and last time out, lost a length and returned fatigued. I'm sure by now they would have gotten to the bottom of her. Hopefully she'll jump on terms this time round. She'll be picking them off nicely 1 by 1 in the run to the wire. And to me, she's the one they will have to beat. So I'm going with number 3, Act of Grace, to beat 2 Carnarvon. For third, I'm going with number 9, Grippin, and fourth, number 6, Promise of Fire. That takes us on to the first leg of the pick 6. You need to be on at 13:25. It's a class 4 benchmark 80. Where 8 runners will line up at the 1800 meter mark. And this is one of those races where I would say play with a bit of cover, because I'm looking for a bit of value in this race. Here you can get 2.86-1, each of 2. Number 1, Eventador, is at 2.86-1, currently going for the hat-trick, alongside number 6, Lexington Point, at 2.86-1. Now this horse finished just under a length last time out in third, and a couple of runners have come out of that form line and have franked it to give that form line a boost. Then there's number 3, Quinn's Time. This one cruised in last time out and won by almost 4 lengths. Comes in with a nice galloping weight of just 52 kilos on the back, but I like the look of number 8, Papa C. This one from the stable of Duncan Hulls. Cabela Mazzaniani retains the ride, finished second last time out, was challenging strongly, and that's when it was up against a horse that I know the connections think very highly of, Gurkha. Challenged Gurkha all the way to the wire, and then just got one out of it in the closing stages. Made a point in front of the winning form to check what my good friend Mr. Howells has to say, and he says Papa C is racing consistently and can finish in the money. Good enough for me. I'm going 8 Papa C, ahead of 1 Eventador, 3 Quinn's Time, and 6 Lexington Point. That takes us on to race number 4, leg 1 of Jackpot 1. It's a Class 4 benchmark 80 to be run over 1,800 meters. And here we have a field of 8 runners who will face the starter. Wide open affair as far as the betting is concerned. You can get 2.86 number 5 Corrupt, 3.03 number 3 Afropolitan, 4-1 number 4 Moolah Man, 6 My Boy Lollipop 5-1, 7-1 and upwards the others. Again, one of those races where you need about 3 or 4 that you can make a case for, that you can see you through. I say put them all in. Just take a smaller percentage if you are getting involved in the jackpot. I like the look, though, of number 3 Afropolitan. Now, this horse set the pace last time out when finishing 3rd over 2,000 meters. Comes back from a bit of a break. That stable of Gareth Van Sales is in devastating form of late. This horse will show good toe from the get-go. Incidentally, this horse finished 3rd last time out behind Tra Quat, finishing just under 2 lengths. The horse that finished behind him in 4th was a horse called Field Marshal. Subsequently come out and franked that form line to give it a boost. Afropolitan, ideally course and distance suited for 5 runs over the course and distance, has won once, finished 2nd once, finished 3rd once. I do think with that kind of form will be involved in the shake-up. So 3 Afropolitan, ahead of 5 Corrupt, 6 My Boy Lollipop, 1 Ricardo. Race 5 is a D stakes, where 8 runners will line up at the 1,000 meter mark. And race 5 is the first leg of Jackpot 2. Now, there are a couple of them that are renewing rivalry in this race, and they do meet each other on similar terms as they did last time out, so we can pretty much expect the same outcome as far as this race is concerned. I like the ultra-consistent Hollywood racing horse, number 3, Purple Powerhouse. Sean Veal rides for Alison Wright. This horse you can see, model of consistency, won its penultimate on this track over the strip, and won it by just under 1.5 lengths. Last time out disappointed when finishing 3rd, started favourite on that occasion, but in the last 2 starts, this horse has been slow away. If Purple Powerhouse jumps on terms, settles nicely, will be coming from just off the pace and picking them off one by one in the run to the wire. So I'm going 3 Purple Powerhouse to beat number 1, Wherever I Lay My Hat. For 3rd, I'm going with number 2, Catavar, and 4th, number 7, Griffin Park. Race number 6 on the programme is a B stakes. Scratched here, 6, this is what it means. Field reduced to 7 runners. Another one of those races where you could probably make a case for at least 2 or 3 of them. Number 1, Future Flow. This one is at 2.5-1 in the antipose market. Ultra consistent form, will be running on nicely at the finish. I mean, just look at that. A horse you cannot ignore when you are working out your exotics. Then there's 5 Connery at 3.03-1. Glenn Cotson, Chad Little. This horse bounds back to best in its penultimate, is a speedy sort and could just get away at the right time. Also at 3.03-1 is number 2, Blue Holly, who gets blinkers on. And then there's number 7, 21 May. This horse, always about the action, I do think should run another cracker. From the stable of Duncan Howells and Cabela Mazzaniani, knows 21 May very well. And the comment from Duncan May is consistent and honest and will give a good account of himself. That is good enough for me. I'm going 7, 21 May to beat 5 Connery, 1 Future Flow, and 2 Blue Holly. 6 race on the card, Class 4, benchmark 78. 9 runners to line up at the 1,200 meter mark. And just having a look at the antipose market, it's 1.82-1 about number 1, Wing Walker. 3.57-1, number 6, Master Bling. 3.57-1, number 2, Fate of Fortune. I like number 3, Preemptive Strike, currently at 4.55 to 1. I say go each ways. This one you can't get hurt. This horse, Preemptive Strike, is from the stable of Stuart Ferry. Gets the services of Sean Veal. Now, I'm going for this horse again. I went for him last time out. He was at quite a nice price, but he just lacked that little bit extra in the closing stages. And the reason I like Preemptive Strike is that this horse loves this track and trip. 5 of his 6 starts have come over this course and distance. He just lacked that little bit extra last time out. That was over 1400. He now comes back in trip to 1200 meter mark, to 1200 meters. And I do think that in this kind of lineup, he will once again give a very good account of himself. 5 wins, 2 seconds, 2 thirds from 17 starts over the track and trip is what number 3 Preemptive Strike has delivered thus far. So, 3 Preemptive Strike to beat number 2, Fate of Fortune, 1 Wing Walker, and 4 Definitely Yes. Takes us on to the last race on the program. 16:25 is the off time of race 8, and that is a benchmark 80 class 4, where 9 runners will line up at the 1200 meter mark. I'm looking no further than number 5 Superfast, who's currently priced up at 3.57 to 1 in the market. Number 2 Give Me the Good Life is currently at 2 to 1. Then Superfast is the second choice in the market. 4.55, both number 3 Winter Waves and 6 Hippocrates. They're both at 4.55 to 1, and you can get 7 to 1 and upwards the others. Really like the form of number 5 Superfast. This horse was runner-up in its last 3 starts. The last was over the course and distance when finishing second, and that after going off to set the pace. He is more than likely to go off and dictate matters from the front, and could be hard to peg back, particularly with 4-kilo claiming apprentice Damien Pillay on board. He may just be very hard to peg back in the run to the line, because Damien will certainly give him all the necessary assistance from the saddle, particularly with a claim of 4 kilos. So, I'm going 5 Superfast to win it, ahead of 2 Give Me the Good Life. For third, number 6 Hippocrates, and fourth, number 3 Winter Waves. Short and sweet, 8 runners on the card on Wednesday afternoon at Hollywoodbets Greyville. Trust you'll have an enjoyable and profitable afternoon with us. Till the weekend when we'll chat again from Rouvaun. You take care. Cheers for now.